Hello guys, time for scary videos that you can simply not watch alone.
The latest eerie clips come from the ghost hunting channel Omagatoki Film, following their investigation of a housing complex in Japan. This complex was recently the scene of a tragic incident where a man was found deceased in one of the apartments, with a video camera beside him. Neighbors reported sightings of a ghostly figure around the complex, leading some to speculate that the man was attempting to document paranormal activity before his death. The investigator, Hiro, embarks on a solo exploration of the apartment, quickly feeling an overwhelming sense of unease, as if something unseen is present. While examining one of the bedrooms, he places his camera down, unaware that it continues to record. The footage captures something unsettling. A shadowy figure appears to peer through an open door, staring directly at Hiro without his knowledge. As Hiro continues his investigation, he hears disturbing noises reverberating through the apartment. He decides to review the footage from the deceased man's camera, expecting little. To his shock, he finds hours of recorded material showing not only a shadowy figure, but also a disturbing face emerging from the floor. Omagatoki Film's viewers are convinced that the footage of the figure in the doorway and the unsettling images on the man's camera provide strong evidence of a haunting in the complex. What's your take on the footage? Do you think this evidence points to a genuine haunting?
The following clips come to us from Muro75 from Germany, who is experiencing some paranormal activity in his apartment and has filmed some of the startling events. He writes on the first video, "Something like this happens almost every night. Some constant and very loud banging can be heard from Muro's front door. However, once he approaches, nobody and nothing can be seen from the peephole. Some commenters warned Muro not to open the door. There are many superstitions regarding knocking on the door. Some say a knocking means a family member is trying to reach out to you, but others say it is a predictor of death or bad news incoming. The second video is even more puzzling. He writes as the caption, Here is your proof. Pay attention to the balcony door. While Muro is inspecting the window and door area, a dark figure can be seen creeping up behind the uploader. The apparition is completely dark. Its arm can be seen outstretched in front of it, and its head looks like it might be covered in a cloak. To no surprise, when it turns around, the figure is nowhere to be seen. When it turns back towards the door, it is flung open. It does appear that the spirit that was knocking has managed to enter the house. What are your thoughts? Is this a legitimate haunting? This video was captured by the security camera of TJ, who tells us that the recording started once she left her house to grab an item that she had forgotten in her car. They felt for quite some time that there might be something wrong with the house. Shadows that could be seen ever so often, and just the feeling of uneasiness at night. This video might be proof that something inexplicable is visiting them at night. See how a cloudy shape seems to be entering the house through the main door? They state that nobody else was outside on their property. And that they had never seen anything like this before, making them believe that this was a paranormal encounter for sure. Could this be? The following video was captured by two fishermen from Puerto Rico. They were fishing along Bridges Surf Beach when they noticed something quite curious in the waters. That's when they started recording.
Mira, prendí y apagó. Y una boya allí. Y alumbra de momento, ¿verdad? Submarino.
First, one might think that we are seeing some form of machinery here that is illuminating this strange blue light. However, as they get closer, things take quite the weird turn.
Mira, empezó en el puente y está en la boya, mira la boya. El puente está a mano izquierda, Mira eso, mira. Mira eso. ¿Hay algo ahí? Mira algo ahí. Míralo. Yo no sé qué carajo es eso, dale para atrás.
Yo no quiero saber.
Dale. Dale.
Quiero saber,
Yo quiero saber, dale. Dale, dale. ¿Crees que yo vi algo?
Es un ovni.
No. Dale.
Mira ahí.
Sí, eso es eso. ¿Murió?
Me voy.
Wow.
Once they are right next to it, they get a good glimpse at this weird thing. They capture a strange humanoid figure that is swimming across the blue light. The men were sure that this could have not been anything human, and that something otherworldly must have happened here. Perhaps a mysterious creature that was with them that night. Could this be?
The following incident has been shared by Denat Amanov. He states that something really strange happened one night as he was staying at his sister's house. He wrote, "The craziest thing just happened to me. Woke up at around 3 AM from an annoying lamplight. This was filmed on an iPhone X. No other light sources were turned on in the room. And this is not a reflection. That was so surreal and weird." It is really odd how this table light seems to be turned on in the mirror's reflection. Could this be happening in another dimension at this time? Some people speculate this to be the case. For reference, he took 2 pictures in the morning. And he filmed again the following evening. No strangeness seemed to be unfolding this time. However, somebody noticed that something else was with him the night prior, something that was sitting under the desk. Could this be an entity? People say it almost looks a bit demonic, very creepy, whatever it was. What do you think happened here that night? Certainly a night to remember for him. This chilling video was shared by a young woman named Poopa, who found herself home alone when something truly unsettling occurred. The footage begins innocently enough, with Poopa lounging on the couch. However, her tranquility is abruptly shattered as she becomes aware of a lurking presence within her own house.
Había una persona en mi casa que me estaba mirando.
¡Qué miedo que das! ¿Qué haces? ¡Ey! ¡Andate de mi casa! ¿Quién sos?
Glancing towards the dimly lit corner of the room, she started to see what appears to be an immobile figure standing eerily still. It becomes evident that someone is watching her intently. Initially taken aback, Poopa's fear gives way to nervous laughter as she assumes it must be a mischievous friend, or even her boyfriend playing a prank on her. The video then abruptly cuts off at a critical moment, leaving viewers to ponder the unsettling events that followed. What happened after this remains a mystery, as Pooper has refrained from delving into the details of that fateful night in the following videos.
User Average American 2019 states that in his house he regularly catches ominous shadow apparitions. His friends and family can see them too, and apparently the building they are living in is really old. Tonight he has a friend over, and he lets him in on all the weird things taking place. And as fate will have it, it appears that he can capture one of these shadows on tape. You have to admit, it really looks interesting. User Raphael445 has shared the following surveillance footage on Reddit. He explains that one night his uncle saw two men appearing out of nowhere right outside their property, which was reason enough for him to get outside and tell them that his property was out of limits for them. What was a bit strange though is the fact that these men did not move once after they had appeared, and they could only be seen for certain moments before they were gone again. Sounds strange. Let's take a look. And this is the moment when his uncle is talking to these two guys, but they don't react, which is really odd. Clearly looks like there's two men standing, doesn't it? But let's think rationally. What else could that be? Some people say that it just could be some regular shadows, but where would that light come from? And it's pretty suspicious that they would disappear once the flashlight hits them. What is your explanation for that?
Was supposedly captured by a tourist on vacation who was exploring a local temple that day. Whilst just a few steps away from the location, he captured something quite strange right next to a statue. Some people say that this was possibly a spirit that manifested, and that stands in relation with the temple nearby. Could this be so? If that's not the case, maybe we just became witness to a strange camera occurrence. Perhaps even an artifact, who can say? JC has sent in the following clip, which is a bit older, but still extremely creepy. The description reads, possibly a ghost apparition was caught on tape. This week, during a visit to the old World War II tunnels, the camera started to go crazy and was malfunctioning at the lower levels of the tunnels. Strange EVPs were caught on tape during the filming. These tunnels are not open to the public. This week, a small group of engineers were sent into those old World War II tunnels. The deepest part of the tunnels is approximately 1,500 feet into the ground and can be reached via several steps and wooden slides leading to the bottom. These tunnels were used for mining purposes before the World War.
So, are we seeing a real ghost here from the olden days? Or is this just a video trick?
This video was recorded by a user called Cable Car Spy, and she states that one night when she was home alone in the house, she heard some inexplicable noises from the second floor. And then a moment after, the door in the living room started to move on its own. That's when she started recording. She shared the clip on Reddit afterwards and was looking for help. Let's check that out.
Okay, I don't know what is going on here. Oh my god. Oh my god. No way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. No way. No way. There's nobody here. There's nobody here. There is nobody here. This is insane. Oh my god.
Did you notice it? Let's check that again. A man is peeking down the staircase to the left. And no, apparently it was not another family member. She didn't notice it at first, only after watching the replay. Which is pretty weird, isn't it? So we can rule out an intruder, if it isn't a friend of hers. Maybe a paranormal incident.
The following video was uploaded by DJ Mix, and he states that the security camera in his niece's bedroom has captured quite an eerie encounter. The girl tells her family about her imaginary friend a lot, but of course they never took her stories too serious at first, since having invisible friends is pretty common for many kids. However, after the family noticed more and more strange occurrences to unfold in the residence, they installed several wise security cameras in their home. And this particular night, their young daughters were playing in their bedroom when something rather interesting was captured. It left the family quite baffled. If we take a closer look at it, it would appear that this apparition seems to be of childlike stature at first, coming out of the wall, before it moves through one of the young daughters, and then shrinks to the size of a bug and just vanishes. They don't believe this to be caused by a reflection coming from the window on the bottom, or even spider webs. Is it perhaps the imaginary friend playing with their young daughters? A man uploaded the following to Reddit. He states, "This photo was taken by my dad when he did a tour at the Whaley house about 3 years ago. For anyone who isn't familiar with the house, it's a popular tourist attraction that is believed to be haunted because of the many deaths that occurred on the property. The figure appears to be in the kitchen, which is separated from the room we were in by a window. No one is allowed in the kitchen for preservation purposes, including employees. We didn't notice the figure in the picture until we were done with the tour. There's just a window that connects the kitchen to the rest of the video. There's no doorway in there. The only doorway to get into the kitchen is the outside of the house, and it remains locked. What do you guys think? Do we have a ghost that is peeking from inside the kitchen here?" This is Isabel Riley's latest video, in which she presents what she believes could be compelling evidence of the paranormal. The footage features a mysterious photo taken by her boss, who captured something inexplicable during a visit to a renowned New Orleans restaurant called Antoine. This establishment is known for its extensive wine cellar, filled with a vast collection of bottles worth millions of dollars. Curious about the cellar, Isabel's boss decided to explore it. What he discovered down there was far beyond what they had anticipated. Whilst in the cellar, he took several photographs, including some of the restaurant owner, who was busy with his laptop. The following morning, as he reviewed the photos on his phone, he was taken aback by one particular image.
So this is the first picture that he showed me from the wine cellar. You can see this guy who is on his laptop at auction doing whatever. And here is the next picture that he took. So we all see that. That is a full body apparition. It looks like a woman in this like black Victorian dress. And when I was showed this, I genuinely had full body chills. This is insane. I've never seen anything like this, and I need to not be alone in seeing this because holy...
A full-bodied apparition was clearly visible, despite there being only two people in the cellar, himself and the restaurant owner. The photo revealed a third figure, dressed in old-fashioned clothing. This figure was completely absent when the photo was taken, leading to speculations that something ghostly was captured. The photo has sparked a variety of reactions. Some suggest it might be cursed, whilst others are simply perplexed. The unsettling appearance of the figure has left many viewers feeling uneasy. Isabel and her boss are still trying to understand the origin of the apparition. The following video has been recorded by a young man who states that his new apartment was apparently super haunted, from shadow sightings to intruder alerts. He had seen it all. This was just another night filled with really creepy incidents. Apparently the shadow had made it into his home again and was not only scaring him, but also unsettling his little dog. While some people think it could be staged, others say that this might actually be a malevolent force that has entered his home. Your thoughts? The following video was shared by Pasillo Infinito, and it features a not further known paranormal enthusiast that is experiencing some really odd activity in his home. Tonight in particular, a lot of stuff seemed to be happening around his closet, and this was when he captured the following.
What the? What is that? What the?
Some say that he captured the spirit of a boy here. Could this be possible? It's really weird though, since the temperature seemed to drop and rise whenever he was pointing towards this being. Do you think this man is being haunted by a lost soul? Now to another really odd recording, which was captured by a bicycle rider one night, as he was just about to leave a parking garage in the midst of night. After completing his shift, the garage is located in South America. There's no way for ordinary people to enter the garage, since it is restricted to employees only. And the young driver tells us that he heard some creepy noises stemming from the same parking level he was located on. As the young man seems to be fiddling around with his light, it would appear that the shape of a lady can be seen in the distance, casually strolling through the parking garage, which should be impossible. The driver walked around the garage level for a bit, but couldn't find anybody, so he believes that this could actually be a spirit, or something else. The following video comes from Japan. It features a few paranormal investigators walking through a thick forest with an old abandoned cabin. The investigators are seen peeking through the windows and around the side of the house. Nothing strange really. But after getting home and checking the footage, they thought to have noticed something. They slowed the footage down and noticed something truly terrifying. Something appears to be peeking out of this old hut. Is it a woman? A homeless person, perhaps? The uploader states that he, however, thinks that we are seeing a spirit here. Do you think that could be so? Unsettling. This video stems from South America and was uploaded by a concerned person. Apparently, paranormal events are nothing too unusual in this area, but what happened today was new. The person recording noticed the rocking chair in front of their home starting to move, but then there was something more unsettling that was visible in the reflection of the television. They believe that a shadow being from another dimension could have been responsible for this. Is this possible? Are we seeing a shape-shifting manifestation of something that doesn't stem from our world? Who can say? This recording was taken on a highway. A motorcyclist states that he was heading back home and decided to take a toll road to get there a bit faster, but something quite curious caught his attention on the way home. It was around 10:51 p.m. and the area seemed completely deserted. After about 30 minutes of riding, he notices something quite strange in the distance, something that sent chills down his spine. A mysterious woman is seen walking on the right side of that highway. It is uncertain where she was heading. The driver also states that it was quite eerie how she was moving her arms. Apparently, he felt a chill when passing her by and decided to get out of there as fast as he could. Many people who watched this recording commented that it could possibly be the spirit of someone who may have lost their life in this place, or perhaps a person with a mental illness, because who in their right mind would be walking on a road like that completely alone? Certainly strange.
The next video was forwarded by Mania Trent, and it is said that in the following clip, a security camera in the Broadway Palace apartment complex in Los Angeles might have caught an actual ghost. User Pooperness has shared the following video. Apparently the user, who works as a security officer, noticed something really strange on one of the lower security cameras. In his own words, he tries to explain what he saw that night. I recorded this from the CCTV at my job, and they fired me for it. I usually don't believe in ghosts, but this video is creepy. I recorded it around midnight on March 12th. It does look a bit strange, doesn't it? Of course you never know if it wasn't an insect or something, but many people commented on the fact that this ghost boy, or whatever it was, seemed to be walking towards the corner and then just vanished, which is really strange, wouldn't you agree? Are we looking at a paranormal incident here, or what was going on that night? The next video was captured by a young woman named Lisa. She states that she was out on a walk with her dogs today and that she saw a weird black object appear out of thin air. She didn't think much of it at first, since it disappeared shortly after that. However, after getting back from her walk and entering her car again, it popped up once more in the distance. This time the woman recorded it. She decided to walk towards this thing, so together with her dog, she slowly approached it as it was making its way further into the forest. Weirdly enough, the woman states that it kept its distance until it vanished out of sight. But ever since she felt as if she's being followed by something. Very strange encounter for sure.